All right, guys, thank you for signing up for the 3 free video series. Today, we're gonna start with an awesome mobility drill that actually was probably the main drill that got me on my way to being pain-free. So what we're gonna want is something the size of about a softball. So this one is 120 millimeters or 12 centimeters. You can easily find them online or literally just use a softball. And what we're gonna wanna do here, you're gonna notice we have a dual camera system set up because that's gonna help see where I put this ball. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit on this ball and I'm gonna get it right in my piriformis area. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a video up top of exactly where I want it to be placed. And then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my right leg be a dead leg position. And from here, I've got my left leg bent, and that is my movement leg. And this is position number 1. So from here, I'm just gonna kind of wanna move right to left. You can go in circles, you can go in triangles, you can make stars. A lot of people like to go up and down, but really the point of having a ball is that it is different from a roll, a foam roll, where we would go kind of like north to south. This one allows me to go right to left and really flip over that tight muscle. So in our butt area, if you will, this ends up being a much better movement because this is how we really can help release that muscle. So from here, I'm just literally going right and left, just in not a very fast pace. I can kind of play around and search for different areas and see, what is tight. My goal is to really kind of stay over the piriformis because the next position is going to be me setting my elbow on the ground. Now, as I set my right elbow on the ground, you might have noticed that my hips rotated a little bit. I like to keep my left hand on the ground because it allows a fantastic stretch of my upper body. And we need to be careful that when we put our hand here, we don't further rotate our hips. So you are more than welcome to keep your hand here or here, but you just want to make sure that when you move it, you're not over rotating your hips, because what we're going to notice is the second position, the ball is going to be a little bit more lateral and it's going to most likely be a bit more painful. This is fantastic because often we stop with position number 1 and it's actually this hip deltoid we have. So really 3 or 4 different muscles wrapping around the hip that are causing our lower back pain. It is the tightness of them that is not allowing our hips to move freely that is causing our chronic pain that we recognize as lower back pain. So by releasing these muscles, we really get that movement back in our hips and we're able to then begin to start our life living pain-free. So here is position number 2. You've noticed I've had my hand from here and also here. The final position is going to be my hand comes on the side here. Now this is very painful for many people, and what we want to do here is we want to make sure that the knee, if possible, can stay on the ground and also make very small movements. Now, if you just need to rest here and breathe because it's on that pressure point, that is okay. If you feel something kind of shooting down to your foot, some type of pain or something like that, that's okay. It just basically means you found the spot. If it's too painful, you can either change the surface area of the floor, like you can do it in your bed, for example, or you can also relax and always talk with your physical therapist or doctor. But if it's just a slight discomfort or a little bit more, I want you to focus on your diaphragm breathing and really just kind of move forward and back and try to release that area. Again, keeping this as the dead leg. So really just relaxed on the ground where the movement is coming from here. And we're just gonna wanna go through all 3 positions, so number 1, number 2, and number 3, for about 3 to 5 minutes, and even longer if you can, because the more we can get these guys to relax on both sides, the more you're gonna realize when you stand up that your back already feels looser because now the hips are able to move. This tug of war, if you will, between the hip muscles has been released because we've basically done a self-massage on them, and through that you're able to right away feel better mobility. All right, so I hope that made sense for everybody. I'm super excited for the next video that will come to you in a few days, and if you have any questions about the exercise, feel free to shoot me an email back and let me know. And if not, I'm super excited for you guys to receive the next email, which will be a fantastic stretch series to open up the muscles that we just worked on.